Okay, welcome everyone to this introductory session of the 5 animal Qigong system. I'm going to take you through what the animal Qigong system is and how it's related to the different parts of our body, the correlations to our organs, emotions, the elements in terms of the traditional Chinese medicine or cosmology. Okay, so hi Emma Rose, welcome. Yeah, it's good to see you here. So yeah, just get started. I'm going to share my screen. I have a presentation prepared. So let's see, share. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Yes? Okay, good. So let's get started with the presentation. So welcome to the 5 animal Qigong system introductory presentation. So Qigong, it's a traditional Chinese practice that focuses on cultivating and balancing the body's life force energy, which is the Qi. And Qigong promotes health and enhances mindfulness. And scientific studies have shown that regular practice of Qigong can have positive effects on health, such as improving flexibility, enhancing physical, mental, emotional well-being, and reducing stress. So the 5 animal Qigong system is also known as Wushen Qi, and it's approximately 1,600 years old practice, which was founded in China. There are other practices which are much older, which are, for example, 6,000 years old. This is one of the youngest practices, still pretty old, 1,600 years old practice. And it's one of the classic Qigong forms, which was made famous by China's renowned master physician, Huatuo. Huatuo studied and observed the animals for a number of years, and he picked these 5 animals, which are the tiger, the deer, the bear, the monkey, and the crane. So why these 5 animals? Because these were the animals that were kind of in his proximity, in his environment. So he studied these for a number of years and found correlations, to our body, to our emotions, etc. And I learned this practice from my teacher, Daisy Lee, who is in fact the 59th generation lineage holder of the 5 animal Qigong practice. So she knows this practice very, very well. It's from her lineage. The 5 animals which Huatuo studied were, as I mentioned, the tiger, deer, bear, monkey, and the crane. And they teach us about courage, resilience, playfulness, awareness, alertness, joy, agility, and flexibility. Animals are, as you may know, very tuned into their body and senses, and they use their natural gifts to ride the waves of life. And we, humans can learn a lot from the animals, from nature. Nature is our greatest teacher and master. Nature teaches us how interconnected we are to each other, our environment, the stars, in fact, the entire cosmos, right? And one of us, whatever happens to one of us, affects all of us, okay? And so our thoughts and actions can have a huge effect on someone sitting on the other side of the world, for example. And, quantum physics today has proven that whatever, we are thinking about someone sitting on the other side of the world can have some impact on them. So we should be mindful of our thoughts and actions. So the practices of the 5 animal Qigong system allows us to look at the qualities of the animals in terms of traditional Chinese medicine or TCM principles. For example, if you're dealing with grief, you may work with a crane, and you may look to the crane for inspiration, for example. The crane corresponds to the organs of the lungs, so it corresponds to our lungs. So when we're going through grief, grief is heavy, it's stored in our heart and lungs. So we can embody in that situation, embody the crane to release this grief from our lungs and our heart, so we can become more peaceful and have inner peace and joy again. So if we are in need of joy, more joy, we can turn to the cheeky monkey for inspiration, for example. The season for the monkey is summer, so the monkey is very energetic. It's the element is related to its fire, so it has a lot of energy. That's why when we have high energy, we're very inspired, we're happy. So this everything reminds us of the joys of the summer. So everybody's happy in the summer, right? When the sun is out, so we can go out and enjoy nature in the summer. So summertime brings joy to most of us, right? So starting off with the tiger, what are the qualities of the tiger? The tiger is courageous, powerful, ferocious, and it has intent focus, and it's also very flexible. With regards to the traditional Chinese medicine, the tiger correlates to the liver, which is the yin organ, and the gallbladder, which is the yang organ. And the element the tiger relates to is wood. And the sense organ are the eyes. The eyes of the tiger are very sharp and very focused. The liver is also connected to the eyes, right? So if we have a healthy liver, we also have healthy eyes. And the tissues governed by the tiger are the sinews and tendons. And with regards to emotions, from the negative point of view, the tiger correlates to anger, or is related to anger. I mean, anger is not always negative, right, or bad. It's only when we have excess of anger, then it affects us and affects our liver. But generally, sometimes we need anger just to protect ourselves, protect our families and friends. But it's just, I'm talking about the access of this energy, from the negative perspective. So in order to transmute all that anger and transform it, we can embody the energy of the tiger to release the anger, from our liver, from our gallbladder, in order to get back to calmness and focus again, so we can focus on the work that we're doing. So that's how we transmute it to a positive way of being. And the health benefits, of course, if you have a healthy liver and gallbladder, when you release all the anger, you'll have a healthy liver and gallbladder, and you become more focused, peaceful, calm, and content. So moving on to the deer, the qualities of the deer is gentle, it has heart intelligence. It's shy, although shy, it's very powerful. It can run at high speeds as well when it needs to, and it's also very agile. And the most prominent feature of the deer are the eyes, also the ears, but the eyes are, it has these big, beautiful eyes. And did you know the deer has a 300-degree vision? It can see most of its environment. The only place it can't see is at the back. So it does have a good kind of vision of its environment. So it's very aware and alert, and can kind of, figure out when there's danger or some predators, waiting behind the bushes. Because of its vision, it can actually spot danger as well, pretty well. With regards to TCM, the deer is related to the kidneys, which is the yin organ, and the bladder, which is the yang organ. And the element the deer is related to is water. The sense organs are the ears. It has these very big, sensitive ears. and the tissues governed are the bones and the joints. So the deer movement helps with the bones and the joints. And the emotion from the negative perspective is fear. So we can transmute and transform this fear when we embody the deer into our daily practices into a more positive emotion, such as alertness and awareness. Moving on to Mama Bear. Mama Bear has inner wisdom, it's very understanding. The bear is also very, loves alone time, so it's very solitude. It loves being alone for many hours, sometimes days. It's also very inspirational and flexible as well. And did you know that the bear can run at the speed of 25 to 35 miles an hour? In fact, faster than the fastest human. I mean, you wouldn't think that, right? Given, its massive mass and how heavy the bear is, but in fact, it can run at a very, very high speed. Like I said, faster than the fastest human. And with regards to the traditional Chinese medicine, the bear correlates to the spleen, which is the yin organ, and the stomach, which is the yang organ. And the element is earth. The bear is a very earthy animal, and the sense organ is the mouth. The tissues governed are the flesh and muscles. And the emotion, which is related to the bear, is worry and anxiety. So we can actually embody the energy of the bear in our practices using the 5 animal Qigong system practices to transmute that worry and anxiety into a more positive emotion, such as clarity and concentration. So moving on to the cheeky monkey, the qualities of the monkey are curiosity, like Curious George, right? And the monkey is very fun, playful, and indeed very cheeky. The yin organ that relates to the monkey is the heart, and the yang organ is the small intestine. And the element is fire. The monkey is a very high energetic and fiery animal. And the sense organ is the tongue. The monkey loves to taste everything. Yeah, so that's why the sense organ is the tongue. The tissues governed are the blood and vessels. And the emotion from the negative perspective is overexcitement and nervousness. So when you have a lot of energy within you, you can get overexcited and nervous, which is a negative emotion, right? So too much excitement is also not good for us. We can, I've heard of cases when people have had heart attacks from this overexcitement. So it's best to calm that excitement and nervousness by embodying the monkey in your practice and transmute that overexcitement and nervousness into a more positive state of being, such as joy, calm, and love. And last but not least, the crane. The qualities of the crane are strength, balance, poise, elegance. It's a beautiful big bird, very elegant, grandeur, and it gives you a bird's eye view or a bird's eye perspective on a situation, right? And with regards to TCM, the crane represents the lungs, which are the yin organ, and the yang organ is the large intestine, and the element is metal that it relates to, because grief is very heavy, like metal, and the grief sits in your lungs, right? And the sense organ which the crane is related to is the nose. It has a very large beak, and the tissues governed are the skin and body hair. And the emotion from the negative point of view is sadness. When you have grief, you're very sad, melancholy, and you can transmute and transform the sadness into a more positive emotion and release the grief, and resulting in inner peace. Okay. So we can embody these beautiful 5 animals in our daily practices to come home to our original brilliance with, with nature and live a joyful and magical life, which is our birthright. So now I would like to just stop sharing. I'd like to give you a demonstration of the deer. So the deer from a negative emotion represents sort of a fear. We can use the energy of the deer to transmute that into a more positive state of being. And also the practice of the deer promotes, are good for the bones, as I mentioned, and joints. So let me just demonstrate a couple of movements of the deer. So first of all, hold on, let me just pin me. So, okay. So the hand movements of the deer are the hand forms are sort of the deer kind of horns or antlers. So you bring your middle finger and the ring finger down, not touching the palm, just down into the palm, and the index and the pinky are up and the thumb is also out, right? So those are like the deer antlers. So that's the hand form that we'll use, and you're welcome to do this movement with me. So first we'll warm up. So have a sip of water. We'll do some warm up, and then we'll do some exercises by embodying the deer, the energy of the deer. So let me just so that you can see. Yeah. Okay. So I think you can actually let me put my earplugs in because you won't be able to hear me if I move away from. Sorry. Okay, can you hear me? Can someone just give me a thumbs up? Okay, so let's do some shaking just to warm up. So let's shake our hands, just shake our legs as well. If you can kind of, move up and down with your heels, with your feet. So, and we bring our hands slowly up, just as far as you can go up. You don't have to go all the way up. Just always listen to your body. And shaking is actually very good for us to release stress and anxiety. Did you know that animals shake off their stress if they've been in a kind of a stressful situation, especially if they've been attacked by another animal? When they get to a safe place, animals shake off their anxiety and stress straight away. So we can learn a lot from the animals. So let's just go side to side. And back to the center and just relax and just do the shimmy just to shake it all off. Okay, so this is a good way to shake off the anxiety and stress immediately. If you've been through a stressful situation during the day, for example. So let's do some roll of the head, just to kind of relax the head and neck. So we go clockwise, go up and down to the left side and back to the center. Again, breathing in as you go up and breathing out as you come down. One more time, clockwise. Breathe in and breathe out. Back to the center, now the other side, towards the left. And up, down to the right and down. Again, breathe in as you go up and breathe out as you come down. One last time, breathing in and breathe out and back to the center. Let's roll our shoulders. Okay, just to going up and back. Release any tension from our shoulders. Okay, one more time. And now the other way. Going back and forwards. Just breathing at your own pace. Taking your own time, listening to your body. Okay, one more time. Okay, and back to the center. Now we'll do some hip rolls. First, small movements. Clockwise, just gentle, small movements like doing the hula hula. So just releasing any tension in our hips. Okay, back to the center, now the other way. Okay, back to the center. Let's do some big rolls if you can. So only if you can. If you can't, if you have any issues with the hips, then just do the small movements. Okay. Okay, back to the center, and now anti-clockwise. Just releasing any tension, any stuck energies in our hips. Okay, and back to the center. Okay, so next we'll roll our knees. So first, let's warm our hands in the middle. That is called the Lagon point. We can access a lot of energy when we rub our hands. So let's place the heat, our hands over our knees. So bend your knees and let's do some. Just rotate our knees clockwise. One more time. Back to the center, and now the other way, anti-clockwise. Just breathing in and out at your normal pace. Okay, and back gently to the center and come up. And now we'll stretch our legs and feet. So starting with the right side, put one leg in front and bend the back and flex your toes towards you. Stretch them. Okay, if you need to hold on to anything, please do. Gently come back, gently to the center, now back. So we take the seep in, bend bend the front, and then just stretch. Okay, now the other leg. Flex the toes towards you, and then towards the back. Bend the front knee so you have some balance, stability. Okay. All right, let's just shake it all out. Do the shimmy. Okay, now we've warmed up. Before we start the Qigong practice, we always do the first movement is regulating the breath movement, harmonizing our breath before we start the movements of the animal. So place your hands, your feet are hip width apart or shoulder width apart, and palms facing up. So breathe in, bring your hands up to the center, to your heart space, and breathe out as you bring your hands down. Again, breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Just release everything that doesn't serve you and give it to Mother Earth. Okay, so now we've come into balance, we've regulated our breath, we can start the Qigong practice. So the movement that I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you two movements of the deer. The first one is the deer scans the horizon. So we start with the left leg, put your left leg in front, just go back. Okay, in front, and adjust the back foot at 45 degrees, so you have kind of balance, right? And make the deer form. Bring your hands to the side, so it's the opposite side to the leg that's in front. And we're going to make circles, okay? So we bring our arms and hands up and down. So when we go up, the front knee is bent, and as we come down, the front leg straightens, okay? So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So now we make just half a circle. So we're in this position and we're going to scan the horizon. Okay, so scanning the horizon, looking near and far, being very alert to our surroundings. So go as far as you can, and then bring your hands up and round and come back slowly to the center. Okay, and now the other side. The right leg goes out and adjust the back foot. The hands are on the opposite side, and we do the circles, okay? So breathe in as you go up and breathe out as you come down. Breathe in and breathe out. Your hands should be not so stiff, should be a little loose. Your body is a little loose, yeah, not so stiff. So, and your eyes are following your hands. So this is also a good exercise for the eyes. Okay, so one more circle, breathe in and breathe out. Now we just do half a circle and we scan the environment, looking near and far, near and far. It's also a very good exercise for the eyes. So go as far back as you can and then come back to the center. So that was the deer scanning the environment. So the next movement is the deer antler play or the deer buck. So we start off by making a soft fist with hands at the feet are hip width apart, and the hands, we make a fist, hands at the side. Then we bring the hand to the center. Maybe the first time you may just want to watch what I do, and we make the antler forms here, and we bring the left leg out, adjust the back, and now we buck, right? So we bring our head down like this. The hands are at the side, they go to the side, and then come back. As I go down, my front knee is slightly bent, okay, just to get the balance, and then up. So let's do a couple of these. So we breathe in as we go down, our head is down, and breathe out as we come up. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out and relax. Gently come back to the center. And we're going to do the same with the other leg. So now the right leg goes out and adjust the back foot, 45 degrees angle. And first of all, we make the fist and we breathe in, bring the arms to center and breathe out. Now we make the antler form and put the right leg out, adjust the back foot, and then buck. And up, down, and up. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out and relax. And come back to the center gently. Always do it at your own pace. Listen to your body. Your body knows best, right? Okay, so we end the practice with the regulating of the breath movement again to harmonize our breath and bring the yin and the yang energies in harmony. So again, feet are hip width apart, hands facing up, the palms are facing up, and we breathe in. And breathe out as we bring our hands down. Again, breathe in. Bring the breath to the center, and now breathe out and release. One last time, breathe in and breathe out. Release everything that doesn't serve you and give it to Mama Gaia. Okay, and relax. And we finish off the practice by bringing our feet together and bowing to the animals and to each other. So one hand is facing up. You make a fist, a loose fist with the other hand. Place it over the hand facing up, and we bow down to the animal and to each other. So thank you for doing this practice with me. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you any questions on the deer form or what I've presented, just checking in. Okay, so yeah, no questions. So if you enjoyed this, I just would like to share my screen again. Sorry, one second. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, so yeah, if you enjoyed this session, this practice with the deer, then I have a special course that I'm putting together, a masterclass. It's a 5-week masterclass with the 5 animal Qigong system, and it starts on May 22nd and goes until June 19th. So you're welcome to look at this page afterwards. So basically, it's a 5-week journey with the wilderness to come home to your original brilliance, to experience vitality, joy, empowerment, and confidence. And you can read it about it on this page. You can get the program details. So as I mentioned, we start on May 22nd, and the duration of each class will be 75 minutes. And we start at 1 p.m. New York time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. UK, and 7 p.m. Central European time. All classes, if you can't make it to the class, all classes are recorded. You will receive the recording in downloadable video and audio formats within 48 hours after each class, okay? So the curriculum of the 5-week journey is we start off with the tiger, with module 1. We embody the energy of the tiger, and we kick off on May 22nd at 1 p.m. New York time. And we'll spring into action with the confidence and grace of the tiger. So in this session, you will learn about the tiger form, including hand movements and stances, the associated elements, season, and organ that the tiger represents according to the Chinese cosmology or Chinese traditional medicine, and then how we can embody the tiger to balance work and play like a wise tiger, and transform the negative emotions to give us more clarity and veracity in order to thrive in life. And module 2 is all about the deer. We take on the energy of the deer to diminish anxiety. Okay, and we'll follow the deer's lead to break free from fear and anxiety. So in this session, you will learn and practice the deer Qigong form. I just presented two of the forms. There are others as well. The deer will practice, the deer Qigong form to boost your physical, mental, and emotional health. Learn the element, season, and organ the deer represents. Discover how to listen and observe with deeper awareness, like the deer. Understand how your self-limiting thoughts hurt you, and follow the deer's lead to experience freedom from fear and anxiety. And also allow the deer to show us a gentle way of being that leaves the faintest footprint on the earth. And module 3 is all about Mama Bear. So we'll follow in the footsteps of the bear. And in this session, you will embody the energy of the bear as you explore the bear Qigong form to draw stability and power from the earth, the element, season, and organ represented by the bear, and how the bear prefers to avoid conflict, but when it must engage, it will stand up and fight. So the bear is good at standing up, for your rights. So basically, so some of the movements are exactly that, showing us how to really be firm, set our boundaries, and really stand up for our rights. And also you'll learn how the bear knows how to conserve what it needs, whether it's energy or resources. And module 4 is about the cheeky monkey or curious George, and will become curious and playful as you laugh at life alongside the monkey. And you'll embrace fun and joy and become lighthearted as curious George. So this class is on June 12th. Again, we start at the same time, 1 p.m. New York time. And in this session, you'll take on the energy of the monkey as you learn the monkey Qigong form, full of quick, mindful movements that inspire light and laughter. and discover the element, season, and organ represented by the monkey, and how to explore, learn how the monkey is endowed with a brilliant mind and infinite curiosity, yet its greatest gift is its heart and humor. And we'll perfect the art of laughing at ourselves and the world. And we'll learn how to calm our monkey mind so we can, derive more from life. And the final module, module 5, is about the crane. So here you'll embody the crane for strength, balance, and poise. And in this session, you'll embody the crane's energy as you practice the crane Qigong form to create lithness, grace, and calm in your body. Discover the element, season, and organ represented by the crane. I mentioned that the crane, the organ is the lungs, because it's the emotion it represents is grief, and that's where grief is stored within our lungs. And we'll appreciate how the elegant crane form is an antidote for overcoming sadness and melancholy, and understand how the crane's gift of flight allows it to stand apart from the chaos and turmoil below, teaching us to rise above everything that does not serve us. Yeah, and we'll learn how to shake off stress like a crane and return to harmonious balance. So these are the 5 modules. I'll take you through all the movements of each of these animals, the 5 animals, and your investment for the 5-week wild adventure with me is 333 euros. But I am offering an early bird price, which is 199 euros, just for the next 5 days. So if you're interested in this 5-week journey with the animals of the wild, you can purchase at the early bird price of 199 euros. You just need to click here to purchase your ticket, and this will take you to this screen where you can actually go and purchase, and you add to the cart. And then you just click on the item here, and then that's how you make your purchase. And as I mentioned, this special price is just for the next 5 days. The cart for the early bird offering closes on Tuesday, May 13th at 11:59 p.m. New York time. So if you're really interested in going through this class with me, then I encourage you to purchase your ticket for the early bird special price. Yes, and I'll be taking you through the 5 weeks, and I actually taught this class last year, and it was very well received. So I've decided to offer it again. So do go on to this website. I'll put my link in the chat. This is for the master class. Okay, so if you can't make the this live sessions, you can you'll get the recording, and they're lifetime access. So you can watch them anytime, and you'll get them for life. There's no restriction or time limit. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to take them now. Okay, so you can reach out to me. You can write to me at info at joythroughtravel.com if you're interested in taking the class. And I also teach these practices in the retreats that I offer. And the next retreat I'll be offering is to Slovenia with a dear friend and colleague of mine. So yeah, we hope to do Qigong at the retreat center, yoga, Qigong, meditations, and shamanic journeys. So there's going to be a kind of a packed program, an exciting program, which we're putting together, which is in October, 16th to 19th of October. And I'll be sending out more details on that if you're interested in these practices, which promote our health, so good, for our health, and bring joy into our life. So we will be offering that in nature at the retreat center in Verduna, in Slovenia, in October this year. So watch the space. There'll be details coming out. So yeah, like I mentioned, if you're interested in this masterclass, you can join at the early bird price, which is until 13th of May, next Tuesday. The cart closes for the special price. After that, you'll have to pay the full price of 333 euros. Okay, if you don't have any questions, then I'd like to close the session. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Joe? Yeah. Joe. Okay. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everyone, for joining me today. And hope to see you next time. Hope to see you at the masterclass. So thank you. And I wish you a beautiful day and see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.